Greetings, welcome back to Switch2Linux, another weekly news roundup. It's me and the kitty. Alright, so we are just getting started here. We're going to do a couple articles in the privacy. Actually, we have about, about twice as many articles in the privacy section, and then we have some business stuff, and that's about it. So we'll see. Probably a little bit longer privacy part, a little shorter business part, but, whatever. What can you do, man? The whole world's just giving up their privacy these days, and business has gone crazy. I don't know. But we are going to be talking about our feature privacy article. Has the NSA stopped the phone tapping? I don't know. Greetings, everybody. Loopy's here. Greetings, Loopy. Hello, John Clyde. I've been super busy day at work so far. Hopefully I don't miss too much. Well, I hope you're here. Michelle, hello there. Greetings. Gray Moon Linux, hello there. Do you use Pale Moon or do you use Gray Moon? Ooh. Mel Gibson, use Sublime Text Editor and open some programs with it. Should look like scrambled text until you encode it with a text editor. Yep. Jeff Hope, sweet. Hello there. We have hope for a good show. Ha. All right. Oh boy, I didn't have a look at Ubuntu's new EULA, man. I was saving something back for that. The next Ubuntu rant. Kitty has been released. See the kitty? Push the like button. Thank you, Key1 Fiend. Greetings. STS Tech, what I use for bookkeeping. On my content creator stuff, I use GNU Cache. On the web design stuff, I still use QuickBooks. Looking for other alternatives as well. But, we'll see. Robbie, how's it going there? Not sure if everyone knows, but a severe security bug was found in Chrome. So please make sure you have the latest. Yes. It's really, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it really only impacts you if you're on Windows, though. So, hey, this is Switch2Linux. I don't care. All right. Let's see. Trying to avoid using QuickBooks, but I think to save costs, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and use them. Yeah, GNU Cache exists. T3, Sue T3? Greetings. Sudi3. Hi. Hello. Supersonic Boy. What's up, boy? Did anyone hear about the NSA's open source reverse engineering tool? Yes. Use Pale Moon on computer, naked browser, and cell. No worries. There you go. All right. They're retrieving all our data, and phone calls have become too digital. There are too many home hardline stuff. Yeah, they probably stopped it because, it's like all we're getting is scammers anyway. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't know. All right. Sleepy Eyes Vince is on. Greetings, Sleepy. How you doing your way? Cat's giving me the stink eye. That's right. Turnet was worth $2 billion when it was acquired by Advanced Publications. STL was right about EdTech last Saturday. Yeah, hey, I have a lot of experience in EdTech, unfortunately. Let's see. Yo, Pyramid 7, how's it going there? Got Windows 10 install. When Ubuntu 1904 comes out, I will dual boot. Why tap phones when they could scoop up all your data from the web, including phone calls? That's right. Hey, there's a reason. Yeah, we've stopped doing that. It's just not worth our time anymore. There's way better information to get elsewhere. But let's go ahead and get started on the news portion. So this edition to the... let's restart that. This edition of the Privacy News is brought to you by NordVPN. Here's an affiliate link. If you are looking for a VPN, you're in the market for one. Of course, I don't advocate a VPN for absolutely everybody, for absolutely every purpose. You can take a look at my video on truths and lies in VPNs, but there are absolutely great and legitimate reasons to use a VPN, and Nord is one of the ones that I would recommend. So my affiliate link is tlm.li/Nord. If you're on the market for a VPN, go ahead and have a look at them. You can connect up to 6 simultaneous devices, and you can utilize cryptocurrencies to purchase it. All they basically need is the simple email address. So great service, and it is not based within the Five Eyes, and that might be interesting to some of you. So on to our fun privacy news. Google sides with Saudi Arabia in this app that they have. So there's this app that, of course, in Muslim-controlled countries where there are certain laws which are quite sadly oppressive to women, the men have basically full societal control over the women in their lives, whether it be their wives or their daughters or whatever else. So there is this app that the men can install on their women's phones, which can literally spy on every single thing that they do. So there was a question about, is this app a violation of Google's policies or not? And Google kind of sided with them, basically saying, oh no, there's no issues with it. It's kind of frightening. I mean, it's one of these, I don't know. There's things I could say. I don't really want to go down that trend there, but you know, imagine if this was a Christian app or just a general society app that call it. I mean, this one here is called Absure. What if the app is just called Chauvinist, and it just allows some random white guy to install it on his wife's and his daughter's phones? There would be outcry in the streets, people. There'd be outcry in the streets. But oh no, this is attached to some Islamic state, and so it's okay with there because, you know. I don't know. But anyway, Google reviews the app and concludes it does not violate any agreements and therefore can remain on the Google Play Store. Way to go, Google. But speaking of Google being great in the news, particularly on the privacy front, there was an app for several of your smart TVs for sharing your photos that actually accidentally was sharing your photos with just complete and total random strangers on the internet. So whether you had naughty photos or just photos of your family vacations, random strangers could get in here and figure out your what your pictures were and whatever. So they did confirm. Google did confirm, and they blocked the app out for a little bit. I'm not sure if this is back on or not, but why do we need an app? Like, why do you want to send all your photos to Google first, and then why do you want to put them on the smart TV? There's way better and way more secure systems to use for this than this. So I don't know. Anyway, over to China. Of course, China has these rules about what can go on inside of their country, and you know, if Apple wants to operate their Apple ID accounts over there, then the data on those accounts must be stored in Chinese servers. And of course, the Chinese government is taking a look at they're taking a look at everything that's going on and monitoring all these messages. And it turns out that as they took all these messages out because they demanded the keys, think the similar type of law going on in Australia, only China is actually actively utilizing it. The messages were sent over to police surveillances, but they were sent out in plain text on an insecure database. And so there were, let's see, 364 million user records, which include personally identifiable information, IP addresses, utilizing things from WeChat, QQ. It contained photos, Chinese citizen ID numbers, GPS location. This is so wonderful. Isn't this just great? Those Chinese guys, man, they just want to keep a track on all these. And this is where Australia's going. And frankly, I think this is where a lot of the Western societies want to go. They're just waiting for us to be so numbed in the brain from our perpetual streaming services. We'll talk about that later in the news. That we just won't completely fully understand, you know, the implications until we are under the threat of this. So kind of creepy indeed. But China's not just keeping an eye out for their citizens. It turns out that there is now the little red app that all of your Chinese lawmakers in their quasi-democratic society are kind of mandated to download, which requires them to watch videos from the nation state and interact with it in certain ways. And then all of this, the app is going to send data back so that all of these people that are in theory the decision makers will actually have the, you know, the ability to check up on everybody. Of course, this is from the China Media Project talking about this a little bit further. But yeah, this is not only are the Chinese government watching all their citizens, they're also watching all their somewhat empowered, not really lawmakers as well. The little red app made in China. Oh, joy. That's exciting stuff, isn't it? That's exciting stuff. All right, Facebook, back in the news. Facebook faces backlash over users' safety phone numbers. So if you had a Facebook account, what was going on here is, of course, you sign into your Facebook account, they're like, oh, give us a number. It's for your account security. You can use this phone number to get back into your account if we suspect suspicious activity. If you watch my channel enough, guys, never use your cell phone for any form of verification. It becomes the absolute weakest link, and then the companies see it as the holy grail. Oh, you have the phone number, therefore you must be the person. But then the cell phone becomes the absolute weakest link. It's very easy to steal, especially when Equifax leaks data on every American citizen, for the love. But what ended up happening, though, is that Facebook's saying, oh, use your phone number for all this. People put it in under the pretense that the phone number was being input into Facebook specifically for security on the account, but then Facebook went ahead and attached that to everything else, attaching to the advertisers, attaching to the data being sold and shared, all this kind of stuff. So basically, you gave them the phone number under the pretense that it was only to be used for security, but they turned around and used it for everything instead. So this actually prompted them to add a little line down there, including and other things under the thing for greater security and other things. To my understanding, they added and other things to the list on there. So yeah, Facebook, this is quite exciting, Social media is getting creepier. Have a look at this thing from Foursquare. This is coming from Foursquare's enterprise.foursquare.com. And they introduced this new feature called hypertrending. Hypertrending is kind of an experiment for them. They have it right now in Austin and a couple other cities. The idea is to see a live interactive map that doesn't have personally identifiable information in theory. Now, Foursquare has come out and basically said, yeah, we are very privacy centric, but we also want to show people what's popular right now. So you can see a picture of this map here. And basically the map is color coded into the number of users at that particular point. How many users are checking in? What are these users doing? All this kind of stuff, right? And so with this going on, they kind of are asking their users, is this creepy or is this not? In other words, can you pull up a map and see on this map, where is a great concentration of users? Where are they at? And things like this. What do you guys think? Is this creepy? Is this not creepy? Let us know in the comments down below. And on to our feature article. The disputed NSA phone program is shut down, Aide says. Yeah, footnotes. Yeah, we found that we tracked all this stuff and every single phone call that was being picked up was scammers. And so, yeah, we didn't actually want to solve any real crime, so we just ended... No. I mean, really, guys. Remember that the current statistics are, as of this year, over like 65 or more % of phone calls going on, at least in the United States, are going to be scam phone calls. Just random scam phone calls coming in through VoIP under spoof numbers from over in some third world country somewhere. Which, in full reality, we simply need to shut this crap down. We just stop. If the phone number can't be verified as coming from the source, I should be able to go into my system and say, you know what? I don't want international phone calls to come in, no matter what. If it's not traceable to a specific United States local country point, it's blocked. That should not be a very trivial thing for these telecom companies to do. It's just, you know, contrary to their interests, really. But basically, back to this. So this is the wiretapping thing that Snowden first comes out and talks about the fact that they're collecting all this data, and then this came out and caused a big beef. So of course, oh, this is against the law. But then they quickly turned around and passed another law in 2015 to make parts of what they're doing legal. And so technically it's legal until the end of December, but according to some security guys at the NSA, this is actually not being used anymore. They say they haven't used it in months. I have my own reasons why I think this is probably the case. Now, of course, the lawmakers in the United States have basically said, yeah, it's unclear whether we're going to be updating these, like extending these on further or not. I don't know. And then we'll just kind of see what's going on with this. And so, in my thought, I think what they're doing is they're gearing up for a whole lot more third-party doctrine. In other words, they don't need to collect all the information because a quorum of us citizens are just handing over all of this data to individual companies as it is. So we're handing over data to Facebook, we're handing over data to Instagram, we're handing over data to Google and to Microsoft. Our operating systems, our phones, our devices are so deeply integrated it becomes almost impossible to turn that off, that these companies have all of that data. And they can utilize third-party doctrine to gather the information without them even coming close to the law, specifically because third-party doctrine is completely illegal in the United States. So I just think that the NSA phone tapping system, they're trying to spin this out as great positive news that we're not doing this anymore. But I don't think it's actually really a valid thing because there's nothing here to get anymore. Nobody's using phones anymore. Like, we're using texting apps, we're using, WhatsApp, we're using Signal, we're using, all of these different things. And these are those types of things that that we are looking to use instead. And so with that, I think that that's why, yes, it seems to be as though it's going to be stopped. But I just don't think that I think that the reason why it's stopping is simply because there's no useful data there anymore. We're just not utilizing the phones and the devices. So that's kind of my thoughts. That's what the articles are saying. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. This doesn't mean, by the way, clarification, this doesn't mean they're not spying on us. They're just not using our phone records. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, before you go, don't forget that you can help support this show. You can have a look at switchtolinux.com/support. Help support the show. And also don't forget, you can check out shop.switchtolinux.com if you'd like a Switch to Linux t-shirt, coffee mug, or mouse pad. So you can have a look at those links over there. So thanks for coming along. Alrighty, let's jump on back on over to comments here. I gotta close down. I put a few articles out of place. It messed up my order. Alright, I want to go right from China back into China without the Facebook. Alright, no one actually talks on the phone anymore. Yep. Alright, bug was according to a show I watched across all platforms. Alright, it's a different one than I saw. Alright, just switch from Chrome to Firefox because of what Robbie Rob says. Yes, I'm on Windows right now. Alright. That's all right. We'll forgive you. A surveillance information tech professional. NSA has great toys. Oh, I bet. Happy International Women's Day. Okay. Google is a product. Besides, spouses get busted via carrier records every day. All right, we're going to kick that comment off just because we're a family-friendly channel. But greetings, Mr. Linux user. How's it going there? Alright, just read that smart TV article on my video. Alright, cool. Greetings, Kenny. How's it going there? Poor start to Women's Day, Google. Yeah. Tim Apple should look into that. Ahaha. Hello, Linux Daily. Greetings. Tom Silk, how's it going there? Where are my manners? Good afternoon, everybody. Alright. This stream is probably better than Captain Marvel. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to go see Captain Marvel, They made it very clear that they don't really want white men there to give them to watch it, so I'll save my money. Thank you. I found some lime essential oil at the store today, so had to make me some lime seltzer water. It's so good. Greetings, Carbon Programmer. Sleepy's embarrassed for his country. All right. Keep wondering when the sneaker net will make a comeback. Is even safe and private enough to use Intuit? How do you do your bookkeeping? I'm paying $30 a month for zero. I have an offline copy of QuickBooks, and that works for me. Of course, that means that that system has to run on a Windows computer, which is a Windows 7 system. I use GNU Cache for my content creator stuff. It's not quite as good, but it does do the job. I think the only thing that really bogs me down a little bit on the content creator side of things is the fact that I don't have a separate bank account set up for that, and that causes more of a hassle than anything else does. So there with that, I don't know. Considering using Zoho Books again, so I got something weird happening in Vivaldi. Huh. Greetings, Keegan. How's it going there? Keith Richardson, hello. People still use Foursquare? Apparently. Weird tab viewed dog slapped my keyboard and did something wrong. Uh-oh. Get an average of 5 spam calls a day. Yep. Phone number got spoofed. I got a new number when I switched carriers. I thought I was safe, but wrong. Nope. Nope. Pretty much every phone number will land on the list eventually. Who's using that data? Like rental checks, looking at tons of your personal preferences, where you shop, what you search for on the internet. Even when it's illegal to deny rent for that. Yep, and they are. Every day. Jeff Hope, thank you for that super chat, Jeff. Always appreciate that, my friend. All right. I'm reporting out scam for mobile. Tom related to Frank Morosky. I doubt it. WhatsApp tracks you. It's a Facebook company. Of course WhatsApp tracks you. I'm awesome. Thank you. You are awesome too. Xfinity Mobile default pin 0000 when porting a number. Yep, I covered that I think last week. Youngest son sees a geneticist since he has Down syndrome. Their paperwork says they want the parents' driver's license and social security numbers. I said, no, wait. Why, are they creating a national database of parents that produce Down syndrome children? No. Anna Rita, greetings. Anna Rita, that book, I am on the last chapter. I am shooting to have it done by the end of the weekend, which means that by next week, it should show up at Kobo Books. Oh, it stopped because they don't need to do it anymore. Like I said, people aren't giving them all via the apps. Yep, absolutely. Thank you once again for that super chat, Jeff. Always appreciate that, my friend. Is Pizza still sick? As of yesterday, yes, Pizza was still sick. Sorry, Pizza, if you're around, man. And say, of course they're spying, even though they said they're not spying. No, they're not spying. I mean, the British intelligence is spying for them, you know. You use the UI on Scrooge and GNU Cache. Yeah, I don't really care. Morgellons, which is weaponized form of mycelium, which adheres to a target population's nervous system to read-write everything you see. Huh, that's exciting. I don't think you need to be a mod to put a link in anymore. It actually uses for Linux for schoolwork and business. I do. Finally made it right, live stream. Well, we are glad you're here, Ron. How are you? Info that Facebook and other gathers for security or sales is about controlling money. Yep. Relatively with their phone, Google Assistant activated. All right. Praying for Kitty. Use Linux for my schoolwork. You just get a lot of questions at school, then I boot up my laptop. Yeah. Best choice this time is bite the bullet and pay for QuickBooks. Simple start. Just don't do one of the QuickBooks online. Get an offline if you can. Sick pizza. Had some sick barbecue. It was delicious. Now, Pizza Lovin' Nerd is sick. Because I'm such a sucker. Pay for pretty UIs. Yeah, you know. I am doing well, Matthew. How are you doing, my friend? Latest version of Lyme disease. They infect people who say too much. People like me. Ooh, all right. Reason I don't use it is just the self-employed is because if I ever have to need upgrade, I can't. You know what? I have been using QuickBooks 2011 since 2011. No problems. Everyone was gaming, totally forgot about the stream. Well, we are glad that you made it. All right, we're going to leave my comments right about there. We're going to jump on over to the business section of the news. On to the business section of the news. Today in Corporatocracy is brought to you by A2 Hosting. If you are in need of a website, consider A2 Hosting. They have everything from managed WordPress, which I would recommend you never get, all the way down to your shared servers and VPSs, which are absolutely amazing. Definitely check out A2 Hosting for any of your web hosting needs. I use these guys for all of my clients, and it works very well. I have no real complaints about this company at all. And it is a great host. You have free SSLs and a lot of other perks, including the more that you pay on the front end, the longer your server goes, and the greater the discount that you get. So definitely check them out. And on to the business news. We just have a couple of business articles. First is a woman gets locked out of YouTube, Gmail, and Twitter for having the same name as a pop star. And here's the real kicker. The pop star is a kind of like a one-hit wonder Meghan Trainor. Now, of course, because of the craziness of marketing and social media in our days, even one-hit wonders stick around way longer than they probably should. But her name is Meghan Trainor, and she actually post-dates an artist of the same name who has had the social media accounts, the Gmail accounts, and all sorts of other accounts way before Meghan Trainor, the pop star, did a famous song. All about the bass, okay? Even when the pop star became famous, she tried to buy Meghan Trainor's domains, and Meghan Trainor, the artist, said no, because she had an entire career as a freelance artist doing these, including a fairly large Twitter following, a fairly large, her YouTube account she didn't use much, but a fairly large Twitter following, and she used her Gmail for actual business. So the pop star, it's alleged the pop star, nobody knows exactly who issued the complaint, but somebody started sending complaints to the social media giants alleging that this person is attempting to impersonate a pop star. And this is kind of a problematic thing, because if we look at all this, maybe they should have looked at all this and said, all right, here's the artist, here's this. Oh, the account creation name for the artist predates the pop star. Maybe the pop star is impersonating the artist. That's actually the way it works in copyright law. You know, if you write a book or something, you don't have to send it to the Copyright Office as long as you can demonstrate that it's out. So I don't have to send my books to the Copyright Office in the United States. If you take my book and you try and sell it yourself, I can still sue you for copyright violations. Now, I have to go in and register the copyright as a condition to starting the suit, but I'm absolutely 100% going to win because I came up with it first. Maybe we should just do the same thing for the social media, because it prevents an influential person like a pop star from coming over and destroying somebody's livelihood because they're too much of a silly, stupid millennial to sit back and go, oh, someone else can have the same thing. Now, again, we don't know for sure that the pop star is actually the one that tried to report for impersonation, but Meghan Trainor, the artist, still had to deal with a lot of headaches and potentially lost clients over this as Google locks her out of the account. And then, of course, you got to figure out all this kind of stuff and then do scary things like send Google your photo IDs. No, not happening. And so this kind of caused some issues and some problems. And the reality is this is one of these things that we need to look into because, you know, there are really a limited number of names and some people share the same last names. And particularly if the pop star and the artist have the same real legit actual name, you got to understand that that's a factor. Sorry, got to figure it out. Pop star, you are late to the game. You get Meghan Trainor 2 at gmail.com, you know? And then it'd be curious if one or both of these people were actually using a pseudonym, probably the pop star. Well, let's ask for photo IDs for both. Oh, I guess the pop star's impersonating the artist. Maybe we'll have to close our account down now. Just a thought, just a thought. What do you guys think? Was Google and Twitter wrong for locking this person out whose account predated the pop star? What do you guys think? And is this something that maybe we need to start having discussions out on the legal matter of things to verify? On the category of businesses going a little bit too crazy, Amazon gives power to brands to remove fakes from the website. Oh, this is going to end so badly. This is going to end so badly. Literally, like, you're selling a product you're not even attempting to fake. You're saying, hey, it's an alternative too. Now the company come by and say, oh, that's a fake of my product. The company no longer has to report to Amazon for Amazon to do a look. The company can just take it down. This is copyright strike, Amazon style. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Holy crazy. Giving the companies the ability to take their competitors' products off of Amazon's site just because they're big is insane. Somebody has lost their ever-living mind. Somebody's lost their mind. And it's probably me. Oh, boy. Look at the copyright issues and how the copyright strike systems work on platforms like YouTube and things like this. You will see that this is a bad thing. This is not just going to be here to take down counterfeits, which is what it's supposed to do. It's literally going to be used by big corporations to drown out competitors. This is so anti-competitive. Maybe Amazon needs slapped in the face. Full disclosure, use my Amazon link up top if you shop on Amazon. But holy crap. This is going to end very badly. This is going to end very badly. Very badly indeed. The Amazon gives big companies power to remove fakes. Oh yeah, they're fakes. They're fakes. No, they're competitors. No, they're fakes. They're fakes. This is not going to end well. Yeah. Since we're talking about Amazon, no, I'm not interested in your crap. You have a crappy website already. All right, since we're already talking about Amazon, Amazon wanted to do a Amazon Go store in Philadelphia, and the mayor of Philadelphia came out and said, you know what? Not happening, Amazon, sorry. So they went ahead and passed a law, which I believe comes in effect July 1st, so not too far, which basically says that there cannot be, outside of a few very, very weird exceptions, there cannot be a store in Philadelphia that is cash free. And it goes back to a law in Pennsylvania dating back to 1978, which was there to prevent businesses from taking it was to prevent businesses from catering to people who had credit cards. It was basically a discriminatory type law, because it turns out that as much as 26% of Philadelphia citizens are so poor they do not even have bank accounts, which is a sad state. Now, one of the things about Amazon is you can go and buy from Amazon with cash, but to use one of these stores like they put up in Seattle and a few other places, to use one of these stores, you can't use Amazon Cash for those stores. You have to have an actual real credit card linked. And this is a problematic thing, that Amazon has the ability to buy a limited number of things with cash on their website utilizing their gift card programs. However, that being said, we can't do things like Prime without a credit card. You can't use these stores without a credit card. There's other services that they don't let you use without a credit card. And so it becomes discriminatory in a way that certain people simply can't go in a store. It's like, and then of course the argument comes up and says, well, what about, I mean, you don't have to use that. There's other stores down the street. You can still go down there. The problem is that when Amazon starts to move into places, they tend to start shutting other stores down. Same thing like Walmart does. They start to shut other stores down. And when this starts to happen and becomes main place, the other corner stores won't be able to compete and may have to shut down. And now you'll be left with neighborhoods of people who don't have credit cards who can't get anything, and they're going to have to go further or somewhere else to do what they used to be able to do, except Amazon came in and closed down their stores because they could. And so this is an interesting case where the mayor of Philadelphia comes in, puts this law in to basically say, sorry, Amazon, you ain't coming here. You ain't coming here. Unless you got a way to pay cash, you ain't coming here. So that's an interesting thing. Tesla, oh Lord. Can we just close Tesla down at this point? That would just be so epic. New York just put in a law that would give charging stations, they're like, okay, a lot of different companies are coming up with electric cars. So they put in a basically an incentive program for companies that will allow any cars to charge. Any cars to charge, all right? So you put any types of cars to charge, you get a government kickback for putting that in. It's kind of like a tax credit for if you put solar on your house to help increase the solar, solar power feeding into the electric grid. Same general principle, and it's a cool thing. Tesla wants to call this discriminatory because Tesla wants to come in and have their own proprietary systems. We won't get the tax breaks because we only charge ours. Go close down, you morons, and take your CEO with you. We don't need you. Oh my God. Oh, it's so discriminatory. No, Tesla, it's not discriminatory. Why don't you put other things on there to let other cars charge at your charging stations? You'll still get a little kickback, and then you'll get the government incentives. But no, you just want to be anti-competitive. That's why we just need to shut this company down. So bravo to New York. Hopefully they fight it. Of course, Tesla has this shallow argument that it's insane. Read the article. It basically says, hey, if you have a charging station that any electric car can charge, we're going to incentivize you to come here. Tesla doesn't want to charge any car. Tesla only wants to charge their car so they don't get the incentive. Now, Tesla's whining. They want the incentive too. Well, it's easy, Tesla. Allow any car to charge at your place. You don't like it? Leave. Leave. Just go. Just go. You can stay over there somewhere. I don't care. Oh, Lord. And onto our chief story. There's some questions about this that I have, and apparently other people have it too. So Disney is launching a new streaming service as allegedly as early as this month, March 2019. And with this, they basically said that the Disney Vault will no longer be open. They're basically going to close it down. Now, what this traditionally meant in the terms of Disney is Disney has always been able to sell a lot of copies of their movies because their movies were only available for sale for a limited period of time. So movie like Dumbo comes out. There's Mr. Dumbo right there. So Dumbo comes out, and if you wanted to buy Dumbo, you have to buy it during the period of time that the vault is open and you can buy the movie. So they are basically, it's a marketing tactic to create incentive to buy now because you can't buy it next month. You can't buy it next year. Today's the day you got to buy it. And it actually allowed them to sell movies at a higher price than other movies on comparable media. So basically what they're doing is, according to their CEO, when they get this launched, they are saying, we are going to stream everything on our Disney streaming service, so the Disney Vault is effectively dead. So what this has raised some questions of that I have not found solid answers to one way or the other is, does this mean I will not be able to buy any movies from Disney? Everything will only be accessible through the streaming service. Now, of course, they would like that because that basically means that you are a captive audience. Some people said they're going to try and milk this thing and charge a lot. Other people are going to come in and say, no, they're going to keep it, very comparable or maybe even slightly cheaper than Netflix and Hulu. I'll tell you, for me, I wouldn't watch a Disney movie again. I'm not streaming your crap. I don't believe in streaming services. I'm not streaming your crap. So if I can't buy your DVD, I guess I'm not watching your movie, And so this is one of these questions as as the streaming service comes out. Now, it's kind of their way to control it, because if they never release things on DVD, then any copy of it that exists outside of their streaming service is an instant violation. Now, are they going to be having DVDs? That's a good question. I don't know. And this is the thing that nobody's really been able to answer. But they have said, a quote from their CEO, that the Disney Vault is effectively dead because the entire library will be streamable on the streaming service. I'm not going to be a customer of your streaming service. I'm sure there's other people like me. Now, of course, if you can't control your children and you have to be streaming stuff 24/7, then you're going to be giving Disney your money every month to prevent your child from screaming at you about wanting to watch Frozen for the 75th time today. I'm not sure how you can watch an hour and a half movie 75 times a day, but you know what I mean. Raises some questions. Do you think Disney's going to stop selling movies altogether? Or does this mean that, hey, maybe every movie is going to be available on DVD and on the streaming service? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you leave, don't forget to check out switchtolinux.com/support if you want to learn how to support this channel. I keep that page updated with all the ways you can help support us. Also, don't forget to swing by shop.switchedtolinux.com if you want to pick up a mouse pad, a t-shirt, a coffee mug, or a bunch of other things that I have on the merchandise site over there. So thanks for coming along. Leave your comments down below, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right. Greetings, Ricky. How's it going there? Just passed the college English comp class last semester using only LibreOffice. Professor couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. What is this thing? Awesome. That's very cool. Very cool, man. Congrats. What are your thoughts about cryptocurrency? I don't know enough about cryptocurrency to know for sure. There's a video there. I'm not sure what that is. One of these, I am going to learn the Bigfoot code so the NSA can't understand it. Yeah. Privacy coins like pirate are truly anonymous. All right. I think the online version is going to expose my privacy far more than I care. And I mean, I'm a man of principle. Yeah, just pick up the offline version. That's the better way to go. You know, you're a Linux user when I went into Windows command prompt and started using / instead of backslashes. Yep. Oh, you want a fun thing, Sleepy? LaTeX uses all backslashes, not / Oh, Lord. Linux and LaTeX do not get along. What's your thoughts on one world government? The Bible talks about one world government. It doesn't end well. When there's a one world government, that is truly the end of the society as we know it. Within a short period of time, Jesus Christ is going to come back. Those of us that believe are going to be raptured. There's my thoughts on one world government. All right. Simplicity and clarity, going to have things under one roof. So I'm going to do a Zoho Assist because it's compatible with Linux today and Zoho Books and see if that'll work long term. Okay, cool. Let me know if it does. For a living, breathing product, but I know it opens up my mind to data mining. Yep. Copyright claiming a name. Apparently. Intuit isn't really a trustworthy company and I want to drop my Windows install completely. Yep. I'll have to look at Zoho. Let me know how it goes. As long as you can prove you produced the content first, you have the rights. Yep. I didn't send one of my books to the Copyright Office. The rest of mine I have. I should probably send that one because it's like, I don't know, it's a big seller. All right. Most celebrities think they're gods above the rest of society. When they're in the wrong, they still get their way. Yep. Pop stars feeling entitled. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. That's crazy. The background on that Megan Taylor article. What's the snail doing? I think I saw it. Was it the red one? I don't know, man. Walk away for 5 minutes. Hear Tom yelling. Yep, on fire. Yep, fire. You walked away, man. Sorry. I have another account here at Gmail, and someone is impersonating it at YouTube. Go figure. Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts on the Lightning nodes and RPI? I don't know. Time on Fire looks awesome on a 65-inch screen. Nice. I should get fire coming out of my eyeballs. That'd be awesome. Amazon is scared of competition, so they shut them down, really. Yeah. Well, of course, there's another. You're in evil step twins. I mean, the evil step twins are evil step twins, you know? Don't use pure VPN. It's not good. No, pure VPN is not good, actually. Is Toss on? Fortunately, I wrapped up the 2 sections, so we can jump off if Toss is on. Saying for a decade now, they're forcing people in cashless society. Yep. Why do they always hurt the little guys? I mean, just evil for Amazon to do that. Yep. Way to go, Philly, for giving Amazon the middle digit salute. That's right. Not buy Disney movies in stores. Yep. It's because Disney locks them down. Mouse is going to make so much money from a streaming service. Bootlegs would be easy to identify by simply existing. Yep. That's the question. I just don't know. I don't know. Never been a Disney fan. Their idealized form of society and life does not fit what I want to teach the kids. Yep. Disney is evil. Yep. I agree. Did give in to Frozen and Moana, though. I've seen those movies 97 times each. Yeah, you know, and this is the thing, is if they make them available for purchase on DVD, I'm a customer if I like the film. But I'm not going to give you repeated amounts of money every month for a streaming service. Just doesn't happen. Passed a high school course using Debian LibreOffice. Very awesome indeed. Might use Caligra. There you go. Refuse to pay for Netflix, CBS full access, or anything like that. Pay too much for cable as it is. Yep. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Zoho also have like a G Suite's competitor type thing too, or is it maybe just contacts, calendar, and email? I forget. Disney is a military contractor for propaganda and other things. Yep. Actually, FDR put a lot of propaganda and military advisement into media entertainment. It was one of the ways that they were trying to get America into the war to get out of the Depression. There's actually a lot of interesting history behind it. I actually wrote a segment about it in my new book, so it's kind of a neat thing there. Daughter went to Florida Disney joint to see how legal extortion machine works. She is into forensic accounting. Pretty interesting. Hearing her taking how Disney's money machine plays. Yep. There are pop stars that served their country, like Elvis Presley. Yeah. Bible predicted a universal system of currency run by a centralized government would come to the world. Yep. It's probably going to be called MasterCard. Who thought of that name? My MasterCard. Did not pay hundreds of dollars for Windows 10 and Microsoft Office, and I still passed. I know, shocking, isn't it? Large companies have way too much power. Let's see if I can rustle up a kitty cat. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Ooh, I hear pitter patter. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on up. Oh boy. Come on, buddy. You gotta jump. You gotta jump. See, smell? Oh, come on. Jump. Jump. Come on, jump. Come on. Come on, jump. Oh boy, kitty. Come on. There it is. You gotta come get it. There you go. Yeah, you get more. Yeah, you get more. You get more, kitty. You get more. Ready? Oh, there's that one. Looks like we're not getting a paw action today, but here you go, right here. Oh. Feels good? Are the finger looking good today? He's like, I want more. Yeah. All right. Three-letter agencies too. All right, see you later, Tom. All right, so it looks like toss is on, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. So thanks for coming along, guys. Don't forget to have a look at the links down below. And, yeah, I got him trained. He's trained to jump, aren't you? You trained to jump, huh? All right. All right, everyone like this. There's a kitty being fed live. That's right. Everyone push that like button. Battle of Wills. Jump or give it to the kitty. Yep. All right, guys. So jump on over to Toss and tell them STL Raid. Type in STL Raid over on Toss's stream. Links up there below. All right, guys. Thanks for coming along, and we will catch you guys later.